Cotai Arena. It is Showdown at Sands, proudly being brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with George Foreman presents Foreman Boys Promotions, Seika, and being sponsored by the Venetian Macau, Sands China Limited, La Cerveza Tecate con Carácter, Beats by Dre, and Anta, being broadcast worldwide on TopRank.com. This bout, 10 rounds in the Super Flyweight Division. Este duelo, 10 vueltas en la división peso Super Mosca. Los jueces son, the judges are Ben Kilty, Edward Ligas, and Sawa Eng Tawi-kun. The man in charge, Eddie Claudio. Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing black with the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red, presentando la esquina azul, vestido de negro con los colores de México, verde, blanco y rojo. Su peso oficial, 117 libras. His official weight, 117 pounds. In 19 bouts as a pro, he has 13 victories against 5 losses, 1 draw, and 5 of those victories coming by way of KO. En 19 combates a nivel profesional, mantiene un récord de 13 victorias, con 5 derrotas, 1 empate y 5 de sus victorias por la vía del knockout. De Morelia, Michoacán, México, Ismael Sapito Garnica. In the red corner, en la esquina roja, vestido de dorado con color rojo, he steps in wearing gold with red trim. He weighed in at 116 pounds. Detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 116 libras. Y a nivel profesional, mantiene un récord de 16 victorias, con 1 derrota y 14 de sus victorias por la vía del cloroformo. As a professional, he has 16 victories against 1 lone defeat, 14 of those victories coming by way of KO. Out of Bago City, the Philippines, Aston Palicte.
Okay, chief seconds. 1 chief second. Okay, the belt lines are right here. Okay, from here on down, it's illegal. Okay, you receive your instructions in the dressing room. I want to go clean fight, okay? Protect yourself at all times. This time, touch them up. Let's go.
All right, Eddie Claudio with the referee's instructions to the 2 fighters, and we are ready to get going here at the Cotai Arena, which will be packed later on when Zhou Shiming is fighting for his first world championship as a professional. In a difficult bout, certainly, against I'm Not Ruin Wrong, but we've got a lot going on before that, including this fight where we get to experience the knockout punching power of Aston Palicte of the Philippines. Here we go into round number 1. Palicte in the golden trunks with the red stripe, and in the black trunks, Garnica. Stark difference in the amount of rounds these two have fought, even though they're very similar in the number of fights that they've had. But Garnica's fought 93 rounds, and Palicte only 39 because he's been knocking everybody out. And immediately to the attack is Aston Palicte. Garnica looking to, in the early portion, to figure out what to do with that power and how to attack it, counterattack it. Going to the jab right now, but Palicte moving forward and trying to establish himself in that way. Nice left inside by Palicte. A lot of fans already in the arena for the very first preliminary bout here this evening. I think Garnica is getting a little taste of that power already. That was a pretty good right hand to close off that exchange by Palicte. 16-1 record featuring 14 KOs. Garnica wild with those right hands. Crowd oohing and awing over some of those misses. It feels like they can almost feel the power here in the stands. Crowds sometimes get quiet if they're not familiar necessarily with some of the fighters on the card here in Macau. Some of the fighters we will be seeing on the undercard in just a little while will be fighters, however, that they are familiar with. Rexo from nearby Hong Kong. Okay, and now they begin to pick up the volume as they sense something happening here with Palicte. Garnica troubled a little bit here in round number 1. Good left hand there to the body. Final seconds of round 1.
Careful!
Referee Eddie Claudio jumping between the two. A pretty dominant round for Aston Palicte.
Kusog ka, doon lang pero may jab. Taas ng wala, taas ng wala. Taas ng wala. Ginawa sa. Okay.
The card.
Ha?
Chief trainer is Raidus Neary.
Pagpunta ni Bang, boom, bulak yung straight. Okay?
Joined, as you can see, by the other members of his team in the corner.
I need to collect the timekeeper card he was going to give me. I don't need that. Okay.
Between Neary and the fighter, you can see Bob Arum, the promoter, here between the two, and over to Garnica's corner.
No te pienses tanto, disfruta la noche, es tu noche. Dale.
All right, in the first round, a lot of punches missing, but the damage that was done was caused by the power of Aston Palicte, as it seemed to dominate the first round. Palicte's got that long, lithe body. It's a puncher's body, those arms you see.
Bring him up, bring him up.
Good right hand to the body. You can feel that one down here at the ringside.
Bring him up, bring him up.
Garnica trying to answer back. Has been on the defensive most of the fight, trying to counterattack, but it's pretty tough, at least for him so far. Tries to dig a left hand to the body, but it mostly slid off the body of Palicte. Garnica trying to come forward now to back Palicte up and has a little bit of success there, and Palicte nods his head and acknowledges the punch that he takes. Garnica apparently did not like his own strategy of moving backwards in the first round, trying to back Palicte up here, change the tempo of the fight if he can. Maybe get close to Palicte and smother some of that power, not to let him to get his long punches off. Pretty good work there by Ismael. Doing better in the second round is Garnica, although the edge and power does seem to be quite evident between the two. Because Garnica has landed some clean punches, but they don't seem to have the same effect on Palicte that Palicte's punches do. Good combination by Palicte, and again, landing body punches from long range. Whistling punches by Aston Palicte. Chopping right hand there. Garnica tries to answer back. Coming forward. Landing the shots from underneath. And Garnica walked right into a right hand.
Oh, stop. Go put your arm out, okay? Box.
Palpable buzz around the hotel here today, the Venetian Hotel, very beautiful spot in Macau. Good action, round two, coming to an end.
That's ahora. Gol.
There you see those ripping body punches in the attempt for counter punching by Garnica. Like the way that Palicte was able to land body punches from long range. Garnica did have some success in that second round, as he didn't seem to have much in round number one.
Golpes. Métele el codo. ¿Sale?
Cincho. Seconds out. Fuera.
Round number three of our opening bout, scheduled for 10. Aston Palicte in the gold and red trunks, and the black trunks, Ismael Garnica from Mexico. Another right hand by Palicte. Rich Murata ringside here. Alongside me is Christina Poncher. Christina, you've been to, I think, all of these bouts that have taken place in Macau. I guess at once it was considered a novelty, but they seem to have the formula pretty well down pat now.
That's for sure, and with the quickness too. I mean, only 8 fights here, and you can see how crowded the arena is so early on with this very first opening bout. But I mean, we've had 8 fights here, and with each fight, the crowds get bigger and bigger and more in tune to what's going on in the ring. The first fight or two, I don't really think they knew really what boxing was. This was only something they had seen Zhao Shiming do in the Olympics and on television. So now that they've had a chance to see it live, I mean, it's grown so much, and they really get into fights, particularly when there's a fighter of Asian descent in the ring. They really get behind it. There's a lot of Filipinos here at the Venetian Macau.
I think in those first couple of cards that were held here, it was almost a stark sound of silence in the arena.
It really was. It was almost like the whole crowd was listening to the announce team, because we were really the only ones making any noise over here. But I mean, I think once Pacquiao and that whole the pay-per-view and stuff against Brandon Rios, that really blew the roof off this place. And I think it's just been from then on the crowd really getting more and more into the fights.
And there is a big difference in the fact that these people show up to see all of the fights, or most of the fights. I mean, there's already a very large contingent. Right hand to the body by Palicte. Garnica hanging in there, hanging tough, trying to punch back. Seems just a little outgunned, however. The speed of Palicte's punches, the longer arms, all working against Garnica.
And that body work, too. Kind of tiring him out a little bit already.
Absolutely. When a fighter who is tall can punch to the body from long range, it's a good advantage for him. You don't need to be close to punch to the body, but there is a technique to doing it and knowing how to do it. Garnica rips off a 3-punch combination. No knockdowns in the fight so far, although Palicte has been pretty dominant between the two fighters. Trying to wear down Garnica. But Garnica hanging in there. Tough fighter from Mexico. End of round 3.
The first 2 rounds, I thought Palicte took those clearly, but this round I feel like was a little more even for the two. What do you think?
I think Garnica has moments in every round where he is. It seems to me that the Palicte has had the edge so far in all 3 rounds as we take a look at some of the replay. But as you can see, Garnica does land punches in every round. That was a strong right hand right in the ear. Both these guys like to answer back, though, it seems like, as soon as they're hit.
Hawak dah yun sa tubangan, bago magsumbag. Okay? Awa na yun, ha? Okay.
Seconds
Ayaw
out.
pagsugulag.
There's a good look at the crowd, which as you can see is already crowded into the arena. Fight number one, I think we have 8 fights actually on the card. It's a little bit early, unlike when you see a major fight in Las Vegas, for example, when the crowd is definitely late arriving. Fighters here on the undercard get a good amount of the audience to watch them.
Just wait till we get KKing and Rexo in the ring. I mean, it'll be rocking like it's the main event already. They're the Macau kid and Rexo from Hong Kong, very entertaining fighters, and the crowd has really become to know them because they fought on just about every undercard we've had here in Macau.
And Rexo, who we will see later on, has signed as a top-ranked fighter. They announced that signing this week. We've seen him on the cards previously. Very exciting fighter with a lot of promise. Good future, it appears, so we'll get a good look at him tonight. Those of you in the United States who are watching on the Top Rank TV, we appreciate it because we know it's early in the morning over there, whether you're on the East or the West Coast.
A little breakfast and boxing. What else could you ask for?
Sounds good to me. Good left hook by Garnica, and I think that was his best punch of the fight. Good, clean, whistling left hand that landed cleanly on the face of Paclicte. And Garnica is pushing the fight forward. Another good shot from Garnica. He's enjoying some good success here in round number 4. This one's scheduled for 10. Nice right hand to the body. Again, you can hear that in the upper reaches of the Cotai Arena. Paclicte getting to work and having some effect. Another right hand, that one hurt Garnica. Garnica backed into his own corner. A little bit of trouble here. Garnica trying to fight back, some blood from the mouth. Exchange of punches, the better one, the left hook from Paclicte. Palicte's body punches do have sound to them. Garnica does a pretty good job of avoiding a lot of those head shots, but you can't get away, it seems like, to the punches to the body, that's for sure. Garnica still coming forward, still trying hard, still has enough underneath him to get off good lethal punches himself. The bell ends round number 4.
Kaigo ka bang pasagdan man nimo. Pag kaigo diretso lagi. Ha? Ayo pagsumbag, lihok ka ba lihok? Kay mo lihok ka maglibog na siya. Ang sumbag kalit ka ayo pagpundo diha. Kay makarigi na siya sumbago ni makautong man siya. Lihok pa pang bigla ba? Duan lang. Duan ba? Nato ay nako na, duan lang. Balo ka? Kay kumupundo ka diha makapupong siya di sa matumba. Amo bien na tiyo lang.
All right, we take a look at some of the action from round number 4. That good, quick, straight left from Paclicte. Got Garnica off balance. Garnica kept firing back, kept trying, landed that left hook. And there was that strong right. Good, the old 1-2. Good combination from Paclicte. Garnica had landed his best punch earlier in the round. As we head into round number 5, scheduled for 10 in the super flyweight division. Paclicte trying to get that jab to work now to get Garnica moving in reverse, and he's following that jab.
Stop. Time. Go ahead. Stop.
Calling the doctor into the ring. Bleeding profusely from the nostrils right now.
Check out his nose. He's bleeding a lot, so I don't know if it's broken or what.
You might have noticed As the doctor comes into the ring, checking to see if the nose is broken here. There's a very large apron on this. The ring apron is like the biggest I've seen. It's like about 4 feet outside the rope.
The crowd wants to see some more. They're applauding that the action will continue. Of course. That's what they came to see, right?
I thought they were applauding for the doctor.
They did at first. I don't think they knew quite what was going on. Like I said, they're still learning.
Now Palicte trying to take quick advantage here. Moving forward, picking up his work output. His left jabs started to really work in this round. I thought he'd gotten away from that in the previous couple of rounds, but he's working the jab, following it in with the right hand, obviously causing some material damage to the face of Garnica. And again, that right hand. Blood pouring from the nose. Referee Eddie Claudio, as soon as that blood started pouring, he wanted a quick look from the doctor. Another right hand. Those right hands finding a home now from Palicte. Palicte does a good job of mixing up his attack, body, and head. There's that long jab of his. That can be a real weapon for him, as you see, because he comes forward, although he lunges sometimes, but most of the time as he comes forward, it's a good long jab that has some power to it. That one Garnica timed and got away from. And it appears to me Palicte a little bit over anxious now, trying to throw that right. Garnica answers back. Half a minute to go here in round number 5. Garnica rips a right to the body and a right to the head. Get some encouragement from the fans. End of round 5.
Dime, te escucho. Dime, te escucho. Ya.
Palicte was winding up, was very accurate early in the round, as you can see, especially with that right hand. He does a good job of following his jab. He disguises that right behind the jab.
All right, if he's in a situation, I'll jump in. Seconds out. Enséñame algo, ¿ok? Está cogiendo mucho puño. Enséñame algo. Box.
Round 6 scheduled for 10 super flyweights. Aston Palicte with his back to you right now. Ismael Garnica from Mexico in the black trunks. Trying to overcome what was a lot of blood loss in round number 5, and he just ate a left hook. Now there's an uppercut that we haven't seen too often from Palicte today, and it landed nicely right between the upraised gloves of Garnica. Garnica's a tough guy. We are at the Cotai Arena. It's at the Venetian Hotel in Macau. Rich Murata, Christina Poncher, ringside for you for this entire undercard portion. we've got several bouts, several promising fighters. Coming up, we're going to be seeing the very promising Jose Felix out of Los Mochis, Mexico, taking on Ramon Sermona. As Christina said, we're going to see KK Ng later, Rex So later. Let's see those fighters. They're exciting fighters and very promising fighters, building up their own fan base here in Macau. Blood starting to flow again from the nose of Garnica, who still comes forward, still lands a right, still trying hard. Palicte has had a lot easier time knocking out opponents who he's hit with these same punches previously.
Palicte still looks pretty fresh on his feet, bouncing around on his toes, and you look at Garnica, he's been trying to get some more energy, but really flat-footed. He's obviously taking the brunt of the punishment in this fight. As Palicte's just early work to the body, too, you can start to see it having its effects as we get into the middle here.
As I take a look at Palicte, he looks very relaxed, and of course, if you're a relaxed fighter, it enables you to maintain your energy for a longer portion of the fight. Garnica, it seems, every once in a while will try to just get up on his toes to just try to get some rhythm once again, get some energy going. But it's Palicte in control of the fight, in control of the ring. Takes the left hand right at the bell. And 6 rounds in the books.
Pag mo dikit siya, wala na sa imo, mo clean siya, mo engage siya, hawak ka diri ka. Ha? Pag wala na siya, hawak ka diri ka. Anong mo dikit man ka?
Ayan lang, una-una makasumbra ka.
Amateur style ka na, amateur style. Bang. Ang puntos ba? Hindi ka maminaw. Ha?
All right, some of the action from round number 6. And there again you see the excellent ability of Palicte to throw the jab and disguise the right, which is coming right behind it. He throws the long right hand, gets that jab out there. And that time he tried the right hand lead and had some success with it. Again, Garnica trying to answer back, trying to counterattack. Just been a little bit outgunned. And here we go into round number 7. Palicte, by the way, from Cebu City in the Philippines. Now, there were great fighters from the Philippines before Manny Pacquiao, but Manny is the guy that just seemed to open the door for so many of them to come rushing through after he did. They're so encouraged by his success.
Palicte even has the MP Promotions of Manny Pacquiao on his shorts there. And these guys, you talk to them about who they look up to, and even if their styles aren't the same, they all say hands down Manny Pacquiao. It has to be not only because of what he's done inside the ring, but what he's done for their countrymen in the Philippines.
Now, Manny has already started his training back in Los Angeles, so I don't know if he should be in bed.
Manny's sleep?
But he might be sneaking a peek at watching the fights right now.
A lot of people question, why Freddie was here and working with Zhou Shiming and not with Manny in LA. But Manny, being the kind of guy that he is, knew that it was important for Freddie to be here for Shiming's first shot at a world title. And he did come to LA a week early, caught Freddie by surprise, and he said, I think I'm okay for the first week, just getting back in the gym and getting conditioned. You go help Shiming win a world title, and we'll get back to work as soon as you get here.
But it was a great move of generosity, I thought, by Pacquiao. And Freddie Roach will actually, during the course of the card, have 3 fighters fighting tonight. Now Garnica giving ground And Garnica again beginning to look a little bit troubled by the power, and the referee's going to call the fight right there. He could see that Garnica was having trouble, and Aston Palicte has a very impressive victory.
1 minute and 1.
Just too many shots at the end. You could see that he was getting to him. Was starting to put him into a bad predicament. Palicte just wore him down bit by bit, dissected him, and got him out of there. You know, I think that's an okay stoppage. Palicte was going to win the fight going away on points. And as you could see that he was giving ground, Garnica, at that point, there was really no point in letting it go any further, although he was not like dazed or out of it. I think the winner had pretty much been determined. As you can see, that nose is still bloodied. Very tough to stem the blood, and as you can see, Palicte coming out as the aggressor from the very beginning. Garnica in round number 2 tried to turn it around, tried to get Palicte moving back. In the third round, he was still moving forward. Palicte's punches, though, become more and more powerful as the fight wore on. He was very accurate during the course of the fight, although as you can see in every round, it seemed like Garnica would have his moment. But near the end of the fight, Palicte's punches were taking more and more effect. Garnica was throwing less and eating punches more. And finally, those punches all seemed to be getting through, whether they were to the body or to the head. Very accurate punching in those last 3 rounds by Palicte, and the referee just stepped in and said, that's enough. Never able to stem that blood. Probable broken nose, I would think, from the way that the nose was bloodied. We will get the official particulars now from ring announcer Lupe Contreras.
I was looking for the timing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 7. Damas y caballeros, el tiempo oficial, 2 minutos, 19 segundos del séptimo asalto. El ganador por knockout técnico, your winner, by way of technical knockout, Aston Palicte.
Aston Palicte with the victory at 2:19 of round 7. Garnica gave it a good effort, tried hard, real honest effort from the kid here tonight from Mexico. Palicte didn't have it easy. He was winning probably every round, but Garnica kept punching back, landed punches in every round, had a few moments, just outgunned a little.
Cotai Arena, it is Showdown at Sands, proudly being brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with George Foreman presents Foreman Boys Promotions, Seika, and being sponsored by the Venetian Macau, Sands China Limited, La Cerveza Tecate con Carácter, Beats by Dre, and Anta, being broadcast worldwide on TopRank.com. This bout, 10 rounds in the super flyweight division. Este duelo, 10 vueltas en la división peso super mosca. Los jueces son, the judges are Ben Kilty, Edward Ligas, and Sawa Eng Tawi-kun. The man in charge, Eddie Claudio. Introducing first, in the blue corner, wearing black with the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red, presentando la esquina azul, vestido de negro con los colores de México, verde, blanco y rojo. Su peso oficial, 117 libras. His official weight.
Preliminary bout here this evening. I think Garnica is getting a little taste of that power already. That was a pretty good right hand to close off that exchange by Palicte. 16-1 record featuring 14 KOs. Garnica wild with those right hands. Crowd oohing and ahhing over some of those misses. It feels like they can almost feel the power here in the stands. crowds sometimes get quiet if they're not familiar necessarily with some of the fighters on the card here in Macau. Some of the fighters we will be seeing on the undercard in just a little while will be fighters, however, that they are in trunks with the red stripe, and in the black trunks, Garnica. Stark difference in the amount of rounds these two have fought, even though they're very similar in the number of fights that they've had. But Garnica's fought 93 rounds and Palicte only 39 because he's been knocking everybody out. And immediately to the attack is Aston Palicte. Garnica looking to, in the early portion, to figure out what to do with that power and how to attack it, counterattack it. Going to the jab right now, but Palicte moving forward and trying to establish himself in that way. Nice left inside by Palicte. A lot of fans already in the arena for the very first.
117 pounds. In 19 bouts as a pro, he has 13 victories against 5 losses, 1 draw, and 5 of those victories coming by way of KO. En 19 combates a nivel profesional, mantiene un récord de 13 victorias, con 5 derrotas, un empate y 5 de sus victorias por la vía del knockout. De Morelia, Michoacán, México, Ismael Sapito Garnica. In the red corner, en la esquina roja, vestido de dorado con color rojo, he steps in wearing gold with red trim. He weighed in at 116 pounds, detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 116 libras. Y a nivel profesional, mantiene un récord de 16 victorias, con una derrota y 14 de sus victorias por la vía del cloroformo. As a professional, he has 16 victories against 1 lone defeat, 14 of those victories coming by way of KO. Out of Bago City, the Philippines, Aston Palicte.
Okay, chief seconds. 1 chief second. Okay, the belt lines are right here. Okay, from here on down, it's illegal. Okay, you receive your instructions in the dressing room. I want to go clean fight, okay? Protect yourself at all times. This time, touch them up. Let's go.
All right, Eddie Claudio with the referee's instructions to the two fighters, and we are ready to get going here at the Cotai Arena, which will be packed later on when Zhou Shiming is fighting for his first world championship as a professional. In a difficult bout, certainly, against I'm Not Ruin Wrong, but we've got a lot going on before that, including this fight where we get to experience the knockout punching power of Aston Palicte of the Philippines. Here we go into round number 1. Palicte in the golden